sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your a little bit later in the year. Back, you take that time and you run with it.
Ravens. First month, they're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And now the Raven defense is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time. As back to the basics, get his game going again.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going.
So from the 36 now, first and...
Fucking Mike Bull, bro. Fucking Mike Bull.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well,
On every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The ball's held. McCaffrey lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Boy, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high, find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
Rasul Douglas there to get him down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Jackson. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he brings it back
Yo.
Right around the 26-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Throwing, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Bridgewater play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked by Patrick Queen.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
42-yard line.
Throwing is Bridgewater. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Yeah, you know.
With no score.
Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
I don't know what you did.
First onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? We had some action, we had some good play. Just didn't have any points. So now, it's game on.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Ravens.
From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
Jackson's pass.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At their
operating from the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Good tackle there by Rayshon Jenkins.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL?
Right, me.
Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And it's incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Look at the baby got arrested with a gun.
Throwing again. Jackson. eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football
game. Leave her alone. Cut that shit out.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football.
Get off.
Opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play.
Loki
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd down. At the
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
37-yard.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 41, Jackson. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
On 2nd down, Jackson flushed out right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Turn the volume down.
Time as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And this is caught. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play that time for the Ravens. 42 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
If you didn't know
What you doing, Gene?
this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long.
Playing this goddamn whack-ass game, going to 800 interceptions more.
Right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Yeah, I thought I lost starting all this shit too for.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go.
Well, you still at work, bro?
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on the side a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
He's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? First down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's how they have to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Clock keeps moving.
And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 9 yards on the play there. That'll set him up 1st and goal. 7-yard line. Bridgewater again. And he's got his man.
Well, you got a death wish today, Lord.
Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. For them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this
At their own 29-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Leaf.
To throw again.
Go sit down.
Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Jackson on first down. He's going to take off with it. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it'll move the chains. Now Whistles in a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for it. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down broad
Hello?
So we've hit it. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Over first and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start first and 10. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6. At the 32.
Play action. It's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, battle in your hands.
Open man, Smith-Schuster is complete. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
I just had to get these.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's got the first down here and then some. But a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Dobbins. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Yeah, not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
A pick up of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Gene, I seen that situation.
Second down and
What you say, son?
Call of Duty Capital Warfare.
Oh, yeah. Terrain gonna show up in the game.
third and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hakeem Butler. His first touchdown on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Bridgewater. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11. at the 46-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Ravens 24.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. From the 29, Jackson flush to his right. On the run, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Man open left side is Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass, and everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Makes the score Ravens 20.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, One guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption from both sides right now. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
The line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Again, and he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it. Then he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Romeo Okwara in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Underneath to McCaffrey. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
To the air again with Bridgewater. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, but a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling is an effortless thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
When you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having points this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And this one will be brought back to the 22. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put a mile over. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all. You're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little bit too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now Jackson on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's got the first down and more past midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
Obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just speed up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's Ravens
It's like eating that goddamn world's hottest chip.
And the scoreboard on their side. They're
Look, you ready?
looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They have full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponent's staff because they see them coming and think, we got no shot to beat this team.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's falling off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of the best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get hold of him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good pickup there.
Oh, my goodness. One hit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. They want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around.
I'm done with my game. Are you done with yours?
I'm finishing up right now.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. I guess the simple question,
They make you chase this motherfucker.
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance.